We are almost finished with our President series. If you're interested in any of those, you can go back and watch because I have it in a playlist. Today is our 45th president. Can you guess which one that was? Okay, I'm sure you guessed. By the way, before I get on further with this is hashtag Tea Tuesday. I'm drinking my coffee with my collagen and my protein in it, and it is sure good. I always hate to see it finished, and because I only make this one in the morning. Of course, I have my coffee later in the day. Sometimes I even switch to decaf. Not always. I need to buy some more cream or make up some more. I do it all different ways. I know the kind you buy in those foo-foo canisters that cost what, $4 or more or less, just a tad less. I think Walmart's is $2.87 the last I looked. I know it's got some things in there that's probably not good. I know a lot of people just use half and half or heavy cream or whatever they like. I like them all. But I keep telling myself I need to do a little better on that. Do you do that? Okay. I've carried on enough. Oh, I didn't even tell you. This is hosted by our friend Patty at Life with Patty. Actually, she says sometimes she's not doing it. Originally, I think it started off with her and Kathy at Kathy's Favorite Thing. She's got a wonderful channel also. She took a little break for a while, and then, she's just not doing this, but she does a lot of things. So you're welcome to go check her out too. She has a beautiful channel. She's very talented on her artwork. Well, one more thing. I'm going to be like that one, I think Margaret, being Margaret, she'll always say, oh, and one more thing. Sometimes I feel like I'm that, and one more thing. Today is our 45th president. First off, let me show you the book, and we are on the last page. You see it right here? And today is our 45th president, President Donald J. Trump. He was born June 14th, 1946 in New York, and he served from 2017 to 2021. His vice president was Michael Pence. Donald J. Trump was a wealthy real estate developer and a TV celebrity before becoming president. In his office, he oversaw tax reform, created a new branch of the United States Armed Forces, that's the Space Force, reshaped America's judicial landscape by appointing hundreds of new judges. Some of Trump's ongoing goals as president included making the country's borders safe, bringing more jobs to the United States, and changing the tax laws. Trump is the only president to have been impeached twice. He was acquitted by the Senate both times. Okay, that's what this says about him. This little box right here says, did you know before becoming president, Trump starred on Celebrity Apprentice, a reality show where contestants competed to work at his company. He dismissed participants with his famous catchphrase, "You're fired." Did anybody ever watch that? I thought it was a pretty interesting show. Okay, and then this other little picture right here. One of President Trump's most famous buildings is the Trump Towers in New York City. Now that's what this little book says. Now, I have, and it's really funny because I should have looked at this. My friend Laura gave me this. And I should have looked at it to begin with because there's a little blurb about each vice president right here. And I did not even see that. I guess I need to learn to be a little more observant. Okay, here goes on this one. The very last one I hear in this top part is, and we know this to be true, anybody that follows any politics at all, he was Republican and his first lady is Melania, Knauss. Knaus, you guys pronounce that, Trump. Okay, and we all know his slogan was "Make America Great Again." That slogan carried Donald Trump to the White House in 2017. Until then, his most famous words were, "You're fired." Trump grew up in Queens, New York, a strong-willed child. He was sent at age 13 to a New York military academy in an attempt, as he put it, to turn his aggression into achievement. After earning a degree in economics from the Wharton School, he joined his father's real estate business, transforming it from a successful local business into a multinational. How do they get these words? Behemoth? Behemoth. B-E-H-E-moth. Right away, Trump's plans were ambitious, or as he famously would say, huge. Soon, the glamorous apartment buildings and glossy hotels were sprouting in Manhattan, all sporting the Trump name. The centerpiece being the 58 Trump Tower, gleaming with glass and brass. He next took on a chance on the casino in Atlantic City, then combined business and pleasure by building and acquiring golf courses across the globe. His net worth has had its ups and downs, but Trump's organization holds residential and commercial properties throughout the world and has branched out into media and merchandise. He sells everything from steaks as well as signature fragrance, Success by Trump. He and his first wife, Ivana, were a constant presence in the New York social scene until their messy divorce. His marriage to Marla Maples was brief, and their split was headline-worthy. He has a son with his current wife, Melania, and 4 other children, 3 of whom play a large role in the Trump business. Although he once said he wouldn't want to be president because the White House was smaller than his apartment, he briefly explored a run in 1999, and then in 2012, he again announced his candidacy. That time, his claims that Barack Obama had been in Kenya and could not legitimately be president alienated mainstream voters. In 2016, however, he outlasted 16 other hopefuls on the Republican contender. He had no previous political experience and a slender grasp of foreign policy, and some of his proposals banning Muslims from entering the country, building a giant wall on the Mexican border, rescinding international treaties and trade deals spoke to his supporters while upsetting many Americans. But he claimed that his vast experience as a businessman and deal-making made him suited for the Oval Office, and his straight-up talk and American First message resonated strongly with voters who felt left behind by changes by the U.S. society. Loss of manufacturing jobs, stagnating wages, globalization, widespread immigration, and a perceived culture gap between liberals and elites and ordinary blue-collar folks. Brash and belligerent, canny and combative, with a freewheeling, rhetorical style that offended, inflamed, and inspired in equal measures. Trump redefined what a presidential candidate could do and say. His ascent stunned the political establishment and marked a turning point in American politics. Wow. I'm not here to discuss politics, you guys. So, I mean, you're welcome to state your opinion if you want, but if it's too brash, I probably delete it. But, you know, as I said last time when I had one of these, remember, God is one in charge of who comes in office, and whether we like it or don't, you know, it just so happens. And whoever's there, I pray for whoever they are. And, you know, with our election that just passed. So I have one more in my little book to read next week, and that will be Joe Biden. And then this book will be finished. Actually, what I'm thinking of doing after this, I have another little booklet kind of like this. Well, it was from the same series, Flying Frog Publishing, and it was from Dollar Tree. And I thought this was a great book, a great starting point. The next one I have, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do. And I thought I'd at least start it and see what you guys think of it, is the United States. It goes off every week in a little blurb about each state. And I thought that would be a little fun one to do. So I hope you enjoyed this today. I hope you'll come back tomorrow. Oh, don't forget, go check everybody else that posts in hashtag Tea Tuesday. There's a lot of them. Go back and check my other videos too. Hope you'll come back tomorrow for hashtag budget meals under $5. I have so many leftovers in there, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make because I need to eat my leftovers up. But I'll come up with something. If I don't, I'll tell you and talk about a recipe that I have made in the past, or that sounds good. I'll get your little creative juices flowing when it comes to cooking in the kitchen. There's a lot of easy recipes and a lot of inexpensive, and this is budget meals under $5. Thank you so much for watching today. I pray God blesses you. Don't forget, Jesus loves you no matter where you've been, no matter what you're doing. Don't forget to call on his name. Talk to him, just like your friend. You know, it's nice to get down on your knees and pray. It's not very often I do that. But I pray, I have a prayer in my heart all the time. As I get in that car, I'll sometimes say, Jesus, be my pilot, and let me just be the co-pilot. I want you to be with me at all times. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is tell Jesus, thank you for this good night of sleep. Thank you for this warm bed. Whatever comes to my mind, thanking him. And my day is full of thankfulness, and I pray yours is too. There is so much to be thankful for. We can look at the bad, and there is a lot, but there's a lot of good. I'm sorry, I just can't help but preach a little, and I'm not a preacher. I just love Jesus, and I love you guys all. Thank you. You come back tomorrow, and I'll see you.